Good morning, sunshines. Happy December 1st. Happy first day of Vlogmas, first video of Vlogmas. I don't know how I'm doing these things. Hi, how are you? I don't have a bunch of fun stuff planned for December, but I do have some fun things. So I'm not sure what this Vlogmas is going to look like this year, but I just love doing Vlogmas so much. So even though I haven't been, recording the things like normal, I still want to do Vlogmas. So we're going to do this. I'm currently hanging out with my very handsome Colbius Cheddarus. Hello. You're just all in my personal space. Hi. You're very perfect. I don't have a Yarny Advent right now. I don't know if my friend is sending me one or not. It's been a very hectic past while for both of us. So I sent her one, but she may or may not be sending me one. It's okay if she does. It's okay if she doesn't. But because I don't have an Advent to open, I have decided that I want to work on some of my scrappy blankets. Much the same way that I would an Advent scrappy thing. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to take a strand of yarn, or, if there's a strand attached, that would count too. A strand of yarn on this blanket and sew it in every morning. So that would be a lot of progress made on this blanket during December, because I think one of my crafty bingo goals is going to be to do something with this blanket. It's going to be something related to this blanket. I don't think it's going to be to put together all of my hexapuffs, because that is an undertaking and I don't want to set myself up for failure. But I do want to make a significant dent in this blanket, because I don't know how many more hexapuffs I need. I don't know if I have enough right now. And hexapuffs aren't really one of those things that you can just kind of lay out. Okay, you could just lay out hexapuffs and see if you have enough for a blanket. But I feel like that would be really tedious to line them up and make sure that they're all fitting together properly. So I should just probably sew together what I have and see what I have, right? So yeah, I'd like to do a strand of this every morning, as well as attach a square onto my barn raising square blanket every morning, because one of my goals this year was to attach 60 squares together, just have 60 squares put on this blanket. And I started out with some amount already attached. I don't remember. But I'm currently at 27 squares attached. So if I do one of these a day for Vlogmas, and then maybe 2 on weekend days, I will be able to finish that goal. Sounds like it's, an easy goal to accomplish, but I actually have to pull out for each square. I have to pull out all of the border, and then Kitchener stitch the sides together. So the next square that goes in will be 2 sides that have to be Kitchenered, plus all of the border pulled out. And then I use the leftover yarn from the bind off stitches that I pull out to knit this edging on the blanket. So the nice thing about that is that when I'm done with the top row of the blanket, once I'm done sewing it together, I will only have theoretically a very small amount of border to go. Hopefully I'll be knitting that top border on as I go. I'm not ruling out the possibility of, if I get this side completely knit and then I have yarn going, that I won't just like attach all the way up so that I can knit on that border and finish the exterior border before I finish Kitchener-ing the center stitches together. Sorry, it's early in the morning. I don't even know if that makes sense to you, but maybe that blabber makes sense. But yeah, anyway, I just want to work on this and get those 60 squares done, get that square marked off. And I'm going to try to do that in the mornings in lieu of having an Advent thing. I do want to kind of do something with minis every day. I'm not sure what that's going to look like. Maybe I will pull out the bag of minis that I opened last year for Advent and try to work those into, like, work one mini into a blanket every day because they're small. So as long as I'm working a small mini in, I could probably work in a mini a day because I'm not quite to my 361 minis worked in goal. I don't know. That's percolating. I don't know what I'm doing with that yet. But those are my Advent-y-ish plans. My morning plan. So I'll check in with you later. See what I get accomplished. Oh, also it's like 3 a.m. right now. And I'm awake, and I don't have to be to work at 3 a.m. So that's probably why I'm feeling so optimistic about these ideas. We'll see how I feel about it, next week. But today is Friday, so I'm all for making all the plans. All right, so I did my blankety things, and then there was still plenty of time before getting ready for school. So I decided I'd pick up these leg warmers. And I worked 6 rounds on each. Down here, I had been decreasing every other round, and then here I increased every 3rd round. So getting, fairly close. A little more than halfway done on these leg warmers. But they're not the most exciting thing to work on. So if you've been here a while, you know that I have ADHD and focusing on things only works as long as the dopamine is there. Can you hear my daughter being so loud upstairs? Anyway, so I'm going to put these aside. Maybe I'll pick them up after school today. Maybe I will pick them up tomorrow. Who knows? I think because, I haven't already set lofty goals for this Vlogmas. I think I'm going to try to do like one section at least of these a day until they're done. So by section I mean like an increase round plus however many straight rounds after that. Yeah, just so that they don't sit there and stagnate. That's my thought. So I'm going to go do some journaly things now instead of some crafting things. So, I don't know, maybe I'll see you at school, maybe I'll see you after. We'll see. You'll know when I do. Really quick, I made some progress on the sock at work today. Because it's really super easy and it's just stockinette, so hopefully I can get it through. I think I'm like just under halfway down the leg. If I can get it through the leg and through the heel flap this weekend, isn't that what I wanted to do, last weekend and I didn't manage it? I'm sorry. My baby kitten just got startled by my big cat. It was very funny. I wish I would have recorded that. Anyway, then it will be really easy to work on at school again next week, but I don't know if I'll get there. We'll see what happens tomorrow. Oh, I almost forgot to show you today's socks. These are a pair of Partying It Up and Getting Down socks by Megan Williams. And they have like these big chevrons that go in opposing directions. And the yarn was from Little Bay Blue. So these are today's socks. I'm real tired, friends. I'm so tired. By the time I make it to Friday, like I can't. And can you hear my daughter in the background? She's so loud. So I don't know if there will be any more content tonight, but I'll see you tomorrow. All right. See you for day 2.